So right off the rip, if you could, go ahead and smash the like button. We got somebody in here shilling Dave Ramsey. You're an idiot. I'll just go ahead and tell you that. If you're shilling Dave Ramsey in a crypto chat, you are the lowest IQ human I've ever met, unless you're a Dave Ramsey bot. We cut Dave Ramsey no slack around here. You know what happened? I saved $1,000 for an emergency fund, and then I never had an emergency. And then I put it in Bitcoin. I got rich, snitches.
Somebody made a good point the other day that his target audience is people that have no idea how to manage their money. Like they're totally financially illiterate. So
Exactly.
It's very basic advice, like don't waste all your money on a overpriced car payment kind of stuff. It's not like these are the best places to allocate your capital kind of advice.
That's right. That's right. Well, here's the thing, guys. Also, we got the Atlanta Hawks tonight coming in Game 6.
Big game.
Game 6.
Closeout
Let's
game.
get it. Let's get it. ATL, we're in the MLK jerseys. You know, we've only lost one game, I think, all year in those MLK jerseys. We got the MLK on the floor. We're coming. We're going to do it big tonight. Sixers, I'm sorry. We're taking you out. I'm going to the game tonight. You guys will probably see me if you look. I'll make sure to screenshot myself on the TV. How will I do that? But anyways, guys, yeah, go Hawks, ATL. We're ATL through and through here. So really excited. Trae Young killing it just like Bitcoin's killing it. He's finger rolling that orange ball. You know, it's like an orange coin. We need to get Trae Young on the show. That's what we need to do. Talk about Bitcoin. But anyway, so I'm obviously pumped. So I'm wearing my Atlanta jersey today. But I do want to show you guys up. Well, first and foremost, as always, thank you for 1.1 million subscribers. We're like 50 away from ticking up here. So hopefully maybe during the stream. But guys, we've got, you know what I forgot to add? I forgot to add the Reddit thing to the contest.
That's what it is.
Yeah. We'll have to do that Monday.
Yeah.
I'll do it Monday. I have to remember to add a contest. Guys, we got our Bit vs. Punk series. Guys, you have approximately 26 minutes left. That's why I'm showing this at the beginning. Luka Doncic ain't never won a playoff series. Trae about to win 2, so take that to the bank. Drop ends in 26 minutes. So this is my last, time saying this to you guys. We have our Bit vs. Punks, like this one. There's 19 left, 66 left of this one, 42 left. Obviously, the Banker and BitBoy, they sold out really quick. We sold I think 300 of these in the last 24 hours. So they're going quick. We've got airdrops coming to these. If you guys want to take part in those airdrops, you got to have a card. We pick one card at random. That card will get $10,000 worth of a certain token. The first token will be the BIT token. Then we've got other partners that will be, going along as well. So you guys can go to mintable.bitversepunks, or I'm sorry, it's mintable.app/bitversepunks. If you can drop that in the chat and then remove it at 12 because it'll be over. There's only 26 minutes left to get these guys. So after that, all the rest get burned. So I did want to show you guys that as well. We're going to be talking about the markets today. We're going to be talking about a banking conspiracy. Go figure, am I right? Banking conspiracy going on here. And we're going to show you guys the absolute... Said I look broke because I'm wearing a $200 jersey. Come on, bro. I can't help it that I look so good and you're jelly. It's not my fault. But anyways, guys, we're going to be looking at this banking conspiracy. Goldman Sachs, I mean, these people, man. I don't know what to say about them, to be honest with you. I've got to really, I think, be Solana live on Coinbase. Ben Source is more reliable than TJ's. There you go. Guys, I got to be careful what I say about this stuff. I want you to know, I got to be careful not because I don't want to tell you everything I know, but I got to be careful because...
You don't want to spill your coffee.
I don't want to spill my coffee on a white jersey. That's why I have to be careful. I'm just saying, guys, there's a lot going on. There's some of this that's so easy to show you guys, and you're just like, this is so obvious what these people are doing, and all the sheep are just, bah, bah, bah. Well, you know what? You need to come down like a hawk. That's what you need to come down like, or a falcon. Come down and swoop up those gains. And guys, I think what we're talking about, I think what we're looking at here is we really probably need to do a better job of moving with the markets, moving with these whales. I think that's really what we've got to come to the point of. Told you guys the other day it looked like Bitcoin was going to be dropping at 37.5. That was the number that I was hearing. And lo and behold, where we dropped? Actually, we dropped all the way down, I think, to 37.2, but 37.5. It hovered around for quite a bit, so we'll have to see what happens. BitBoy, do I work out? Yeah, me and TJ go to the gym 5 times a week. So every day, 3 o'clock, we got an awesome trainer, Shelby. Shout out to Shelby. Shout out to Georgia Fitness. We've been going 5 days a week since November. So
it's working.
Look. And I'm much taller. Look how my head's above the, wow. Okay. Anyways, I am an inch taller than the average American male. Just want to throw that out there for you guys. You guys know. We've been beating that like a drum. Okay, guys, let's get into it. Let's get into the video. We're going to talk about the conspiracy. Guys, coming in 425.3 thousand followers on Twitter. You guys don't forget to enter our contest. You guys can go right here, click this link. It will take you to our Gleam contest. We're going to be adding a couple new ways to enter. We do have a new BitBoy Crypto subreddit. And then we've got some other things we're going to be showing you guys next week, some new ways to enter the contest, giving away 5 ETH and then $1,000 worth of different altcoins. Let's get into the markets. So here we go. 1.5 trillion. You guys look, see what happened. Dropped 36.5 right now. Guys, there's no surprise that this thing, is dropping right now. Okay. Once again, think about swimming with the whales. Okay. When we are seeing all of this negative news coming out, like we're looking at with this, the important thing is the positive news doesn't matter. Okay. We're going to look at this Goldman Sachs story in a while. We're going to show you the hypocrisy. And we're going to show you guys that there's positive news coming out that are factual events. Those don't matter. What comes out, what's important are the narrative-based news events. That's what's important. The narrative right now from Goldman Sachs is Bitcoin sucks, don't buy it. So what does that tell you? That tells you that they're trying to push the price down. Swim with the whales. Maybe something to do. As you guys know, we are not shorting the market. I'm not prepared to do that yet. So what am I doing? I'm waiting to see, when we get into our FEMEX contest, when things like this happen and then it changes. Some people are saying it's going to 28K. Some people are saying that it's going to drop to 33K before bouncing up next weekend. Told you guys, middle of July is when I'm looking for some big moves to the upside. Okay. But over the next week, we are entering into very volatile territory. Told you guys that Ethereum is in kind of sketchy territory as well. Right now it's at 2,200. What did we tell you about next week? We told you next week Ethereum needs to be above $2,200 on Friday to be bullish. Looked like that was pretty easy. We're at 25, 2,600, 2,400. Now we're at 2,200, 2,236. These prices are being manipulated down. Why is Ethereum being manipulated down? Why is it so bearish in the short term? Well, I would tell you that's because the institutions are behind on Ethereum. They are buying Ethereum, but their accumulation zones are lagging compared to their Bitcoin accumulation zones. So right now, they've almost caught up to where they want to be on Bitcoin, but they want you to be bearish on Ethereum because they are still trying to accumulate Ethereum. I think when Bitcoin starts to run, I think Ethereum is going to lag behind. So that's my personal opinion on it. The market at $1.5 trillion, about to go under $1.5 trillion, it looks like. And this is what you got to see, guys. The volume is lower than ever, and yet the price movements are pretty drastic to the downside. What does that tell you? Small numbers of addresses are pushing the price down. That's the common sense there. Bitcoin dominance about the same place it was yesterday. We've got 34 Gwei for the ETH gas. We've got Paraguay in a story later. That's 2 Gwei, as you guys know. So let's look at the overall market here. I mean, it just dropped. We're going to look at the Bitcoin chart here in a second, but it just dropped pretty considerably, I think, basically in between when I was recording some videos and when I came on here to do the live stream. Mm-hmm. No, I don't think we're going to 20K. I don't think we're going to 28K. I don't think we're going below 30. Guys, you guys feel like the momentum right now is further than the momentum we saw last month to the downside? I personally don't think so, but, I have been wrong. Now, a total of 3 times in the history of this channel. Let's look at the biggest gainers of the day. We got XFIN again, up, XDC. Didn't we do a video with them one time?
No,
over the summer?
Can't remember.
I think we did. I can't remember, but it's something similar. David Juarez says, manipulation, or are we just in denial? Go back up. Yeah, it does say denial. Guys, that's a question you always have to be asking yourself. And I will tell you, we're going to look at something in the Bitcoin chart in 1 second that I think should tell you where we're at. I think. So I saw a video by somebody from Twitter, somebody that may attack me, I don't know. Wrecked Capital. He had a very interesting video where he showed the yearly charts. So we're going to look like that, or we're going to look at that here in just a second. So we got Near Protocol at 1.6%, Cello up 6.6%. Did you guys see this, TJ, did you see this thing about was it the IMF cryptocurrencies or the World Bank or the World Economic Forum cryptocurrencies?
No, they have their own cryptocurrency?
Yeah, well, they said, I think it's the World Economic Forum that said there's 6 coins that are extremely important. One was XRPL. Is that a thing?
No, I didn't see that story.
XRPL. I guess it's just XRP. But Cello was one of them. Cello was one of the 6. Let me look it up real quick.
Interesting.
World Economic Forum cryptocurrency.
And while he's looking that up, guys, if you don't mind smashing the likes for us, I think the audience is lagging in here today because we actually started right at 11:30. So,
how many people we got watching?
We have about 7,300,
okay.
1,200 likes. So if you guys could,
not too bad.
I think we can get to 6,000. We did get to 6,000 yesterday. We forgot to mention it. So
it's Friday. Let's get it.
Party time.
Global Future Crypto councils. Let's see. Top coins. Let me see if I can find this here. I saw Crow did a video on it. Top cryptocurrencies. I think it was them. Maybe it was somebody else.
A lot of love in the chat for Polkadog today.
For Polkadog? They love that Polkadog, don't they? Love Polkadog. Yeah, I can't find it now, but Cello was one of the ones on the list. It may not be the World Economic Forum. Maybe it was somebody else. Yeah, but anyways, there was a big forum. Maybe somebody can put that in. Isn't that XRP Ledger? That's what I thought. I thought it was XRP Ledger, but I don't know. Is that a separate coin? I don't know if that's just another way to say that. Guilty didn't think I'd be here. Guys, we're going to really try to be, here it is, Cardano on the list, XRPL, XLM, Cello, Solana. It was only 5. I thought there were 6. Maybe Bitcoin was one of them. Good morning from Los Angeles. Go Clippers. Okay, well, thank you. Good morning, LA. Who knows? Maybe we'll see you out there. We'll see what happens. A lot of stuff has broken our way. I did say yesterday, yes, I have bought Polkadog. It's the first meme coin I've ever really, other than like when we bought like $100 worth of Shiba, did buy this Polkadog. Guys, what's it good for? What's it going to be used for? I ain't got a clue. I ain't going to lie to you. Full transparency, we invested about $3,000 into it a few days ago. It's worth 50 now, I think.
A lot more, yeah.
60.
No. I mean, it's a lot more than 3,000. I don't know exactly what it is.
It's a lot more than what we put into it originally.
Yeah, we put in 3,000. It's worth way more now.
50 or 60,000 in like 3 days. Yeah. So that's what I'm keeping my eye on. I'm not trying to shill it to y'all. I know nothing about it. I just know some guy. I got a tip that said, "Watch this one. It's gonna pump," and so I put money into it, and that's what I did. So we'll see. Maybe it'll be the Dogecoin of Polkadot. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Maybe more. Maybe I'll get more information down the road. Maybe we can talk about it. But definitely not trying to. I didn't even talk about it the first day. So I don't know. I don't want this to be confused with like people telling you to go buy Shiba and stuff like that. Because I'm not. I'm just telling you what I did. That's what I did. Okay, so moving on here to the chart. I want to show you guys this here. Look at that freaking dump. This is the 4-hour chart. Golly, from 37.8 down to 36.3. I think it's the last hour it's really dumped. Last 4 hours. Golly, I haven't been paying attention. You guys may not believe this, but we actually work here in the morning. Fridays, we're always recording a lot of videos. So on the 2-hour chart, yeah, so it's the last 4 hours, this thing is really dumped hard. And guys, it doesn't really... Oh, thank you, Dig the Voice. Bitverse NFTs bought yesterday's score. Thank you for buying those. Reminder, you guys now have 18 minutes and 39 seconds, or these get burned forever. So that's mintable.app/bitversepunks.
That's the other one I figured would have been in there.
Is what?
Algorand. Looking at the list.
Algorand, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't shock me at all. So Algo is also on there.
I'm telling you, man. Algo and Solana.
Greetings from Sheffield, UK. How about that?
There you
go. You hate Reddit, but we have a new subreddit. We do have a new subreddit, BitBoy Crypto subreddit. So somebody said P-Dog just went to zero. I hope not. We did pull our original $3,000 investment out, I think.
That's the plan. Yeah.
That's the. Oh, we haven't done it yet.
I think we have, but who knows?
Well, I just want to be really transparent about everything because we've never bought a meme coin before, outside of Doge.
I mean, it either just happened or will happen in the next hour.
Hello, guys. Who would buy that garbage? I bought it. It may be garbage. I don't know. I just know. Look, I mean, if you look at what happened with a lot of those other meme coins, we just threw a little bit of money. I think it was like a little over 1 ETH we threw into it, and it turned into something. Guys, you got to be,
risk reward.
Risk versus reward. It's a very tiny amount for us, and the reward seemed very high, and so we did it. And if you go look at what it's done the last 2 days, it's done very well. This is not an attempt for me to tell you to go buy it. I don't want anybody to think that's what I'm saying, because that's not what I'm saying.
Because it could go down just as fast as it went up.
Absolutely. And it did. It did. I mean, it went all the way up to, I think, 15 cents, and then dropped back down to 7 cents. So these things are very volatile. They're very dangerous. But there's a lot of reward in some of these when you just get lucky. And maybe that's what we did. So, all right. So somebody said the death cross is happening right now. It could. I mean, with this drop, I don't know what that would do to the averages, but it could. Okay, so back to the Bitcoin chart here. What I want to show you guys is this. Let's look at the 12-month chart. I'm going to have to go to a different chart, actually. I need to go to Bitstamp. It's over here. Bitstamp. Then let's go to the 12-month chart. Now, guys, first and foremost, you guys should, I am going to stop talking about it. Let's not say it again. It's just all up in the chat today. It's Friday. Things usually drop on Friday because of the futures contracts, as you guys know. So I want to show you guys this 12-month chart. And it's very interesting here. There it is, 12-month chart. Okay. So it goes back all the way to 2012. God, look at that freaking wick. Look at that wick.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is absolutely insane. So unfortunately, this does not show us 100% of the history of Bitcoin. This doesn't go back, obviously, to 2009. So basically what you have to remember here is that the halving events come usually, the halving events are, let's see, it was May, and then the one before that was July, and the one before that was November. So that would have been November of 2012. So I can't stretch this out anymore. That's really frustrating. That's as much as I can stretch that out. So the point here is that we have pretty consistent cycles here, okay? You had the halving event in November of 2012, okay? And then you had a month of green, you have 1 month of red, and then you have two massive, run-ups of green here, or you have one kind of catch candle. The long and the short of it is...
Those are years, though, right?
These are years, correct.
Not months.
Right. These are... Did I say month?
Yeah.
The long and the short of it is, just watch this here. You've got one red and 3 green. Bitcoin goes up for 75% of its lifetime.
Yep.
Okay? 1 red followed by 3 green. As you guys can see, the largest run up, okay, the largest candle here is the one right before the red. We still have the rest of this year should still be green. According to every Bitcoin cycle, the chart he had was a lot better at showing this because he had the halving events planned out or showed out on there. We are not due for a red candle until next year, okay? So what that means is if this candle became red, that would be something we've never seen before. That would mean the price would have to drop down below $28,000. That's why some people are saying 28. I think it's going to be very hard to see this go below $28,000. That would basically negate this entire year of the growth we need to know. What you need to know is that 3 green candles, then a red candle. It's not 2 and then 2. For 75% of Bitcoin's lifetime, it has gone up. When you look at the number of years since 2012, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, there's 3 red candles. 8 out of 11. Now, it should be 4 out of 12 probably when this next one goes up. Let's see. Did somebody ever put in there? Yeah, we got the Sixers fans in here now.
Yeah, that's Matt Wallace.
Hawks up Sixers %.
I don't know.
Hawks up Sixers %. I'm not sure what he means by that. But so we should be seeing Bitcoin going up. Once again, if we don't see Bitcoin continue on this bull cycle, okay, it will be different than anything we've ever seen before. And right now, it's feeling very bearish. It should be feeling very bearish right now. Now, yesterday on the Around the Blockchain, we talked about how maybe all of this negativity could lead to like a short squeeze and prices going up. But we're not seeing that yet, okay? It is a possibility. Next week, on Friday, that is the big... I was just in Miami, y'all. Sorry, I'm white. I can't help. Yeah, I will be honest with y'all. The light is not doing me justice. No, I'm very white, actually. No, I'm actually very, very, very white. No, go down. Go back down. Go back down.
Back down?
Yeah, make it more yellow.
That's as yellow as I can make it.
Hey, ladies. I'm fake tan bit boy. Yeah. Okay, that didn't help at all. Okay. Let's go back. I'm just white. That's what it bans. Somebody said the notification on YouTube shadow ban is very hard on us right now. It definitely is 100%, by the way. And thank you, Catherine, for that super chat. That's why next week we've got a new way for you guys to communicate with us and get notifications on our videos and all kinds of stuff we want to talk about. But you move on to the Glassnode stats. But looking at the Glassnode stats, looking at the new pool, if you guys don't know what this is the net unrealized profit. I am not sweating. I do sweat a lot, but I'm not sweating now.
I am a lot on Around the Blockchain because it's
Are
right
you?
after. Sometimes because it's right after we go to the gym and then you go get in the car and it's super hot, and and then you walk right in here and it's hot in here and you got all the lights and yeah. Sometimes I am.
You look very dark. You look extremely dark.
Yeah, it's because I'm sitting in the dark.
Yeah. We're actually about equally as pale, I think.
No.
No?
No.
You're more tan than me?
Yes.
From what?
Just naturally.
All right. I challenge you to a tanning competition for the rest of the year.
It's on.
By the end of this year, I will be way more tan than you.
Okay.
Okay. Fair. And what's the bet?
I don't know.
Your job?
No.
No. Okay.
You proposed it. You have to set the stakes.
Okay. All right. No. This is gonna be a skin off. Somebody said a skin off. Who burns first? Okay. All right. Looking at the new bull, this is a net unrealized profit or loss. We are down considerably. Now, if you guys notice here, I mean, gosh, this thing is so hard to see on the screen. I feel like that brown is just terrible.
It is.
You guys can see we actually peaked back into the green on June 14th, and now we're heavily back down into the brown, which is the 0.5 level. This is the total number of wallets that are in net unrealized profit. It is now below 50%. When it gets above 75%, that is when we usually are at the peak of the market. We've had nothing like that. We've had nothing to kind of restore us back to where we were. We just touched the 0.7 line. Somebody was saying we actually went over it a little bit. No, the peak was 7,488. So we never hit that 75%. When you hit that 75%, it looks like this. We'll look at the 5-year first. It looks like this. You get the blue up here. We never hit in the blue. Every bull run, it's hitting the blue. Right now, we are way down, less than 50%. And we go to the all here, and we go back and we look at 2013 to 2014. If you notice, when we had the big correction where the Bitcoin price dropped 83%, we climbed back up into the green, but then went back into the brown again before we resumed the climb. Well, we went down into the brown. No, that sounds weird. Now we peaked back up into the green. We peaked back up into the green after going down in the brown. And, does this mean we're heading up? Guys, it's just every single thing about this bull run. If this were the end, it doesn't look like any other run we've had by any stretch of the imagination on so many different fronts. If you look at the shape over here, if you look at the peak of all of these where we were in the blue, if you look at the colors, if you look at the shapes, nothing makes me believe that this was the top of the bull run. Livid Music commenting on our down into the brown analysis. Yeah, I mean, it's deep in the brown here, as you guys can see.
Well, the other thing I see when I'm looking at that is brown. Anytime it's in the brown, traditionally is a pretty good time to accumulate for the most part. Like when it looks like this, when it looks the way it has peaked, goes into the brown and could run back up again. Like it's not in the traditional cycle where it would be dipping down into the orange and the red.
Yeah, somebody said this range is called Poop Town.
Poop Town.
That's pretty. It's pretty funny. BitBoy versus the housing bubble. What does that mean? How am I fighting the housing bubble? So anyways, let's look at another chart here. We got the Bitcoin stock to flow deflection. We were talking about this one yesterday. It's at the lowest point since, what did it say?
It was
2010 or something?
Yeah, it was like the lowest point in 10 years, apparently.
Yeah, so basically we are way below the stock to flow deflection. It looked like we were ticking back up, but, to me, I don't know if we're ticking back up at this point. I think the next week... Poop Town. There you go. I'm not one for potty humor usually, but I mean the jokes they're very free flowing right now on this one. So
we're clearly middle schoolers.
We need a potty humor laxative. Need to put a plug in it. Chill out on those.
I don't think a laxative is a plug.
Oh, it's not, is it?
It's kind of the opposite.
It's the opposite. Yeah. You guys can see. I obviously don't take them. I have no idea what they are. Okay. This is a pi cycle top indicator, and
wait, the laxatives are plugs.
Neither.
Okay.
Neither.
Okay.
I don't know if, I don't think I've ever, well, I know the one I haven't taken for sure. I know the one I haven't taken for sure, ever. The laxatives, I also do not think I've ever taken a laxative in my life. Yeah. BitBoy versus Michael Burry. Matt Wallace says he's excited about the Hawks. Very excited about that. Big fireworks is 4th of July. That's what somebody says. Could be the case. 4th of July on a Sunday. Are they going to take a holiday on the Monday or the Friday for 4th of July this year? I wonder.
Me too.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, looking at this pi cycle top indicator, it's another indicator that shows the top here. And every time it's shown the top, every time these lines have crossed, we've had a massive correction. Now, look, I think we have to give this pi cycle top indicator at this point some credibility because it did nail the exact top so far. However, I would say if you come back here and you look at this, you would see number one, each time that we had a major correction in the bull markets in the past, it was a very long line down here. You guys can see here the price. It was very short to get there. Very short distance between the EMAs and the actual price. I don't know if that's relevant or not. Thank you, expert crypto student, for that super chat, you douche. Guys, I sold 12% of some altcoins, and people still act like I sold no Bitcoin, no Ethereum, no panic selling, trying to make a strategic move. And I tell you guys this all the time. I tell you guys this. One of the number one ways that I see people losing money in the market is by trying to play that game of the stable coins. I've said that 100 times on the channel. And you know what I did? I tried to play that game with the stable coins. Then you saw what happened? I lost. I actually could have bought back in. It actually did dip lower than that. So no, it actually was a fantastic move. Price, I sold some of those altcoins when Bitcoin was around 34,000. Altcoins then got crushed. And then Bitcoin dropped to 31,000. So it was actually a pretty smart move, you douche. So people that question that move, you're clearly idiots. What have I told you guys? Do not sell Bitcoin. Do not sell Ethereum. That is what you do not want to be doing right now. Altcoins, you should use most of them like they are cheap whores, as some people would say. Most of these altcoins are not going to do much for you in the long term. We've got some that we say are long-term holds. Cardano, Binance Coin, Chainlink, and Ethereum. I don't even consider Ethereum to be an altcoin anymore, to be honest with you. It needs its own classification. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins, in my opinion. Then you have some other ones like Polygon, which we made profits on that one, but this one is very shaping up to be possibly a long-term hold down the road. We've got projects like VeChain that's right there on the next, list. We got projects like XRP that we have a video on today, by the way, but it's got some questions, but it could possibly shape up. You've got some that you can look at, but I'm telling you guys, if these things are down past number 50, you should be trying to, how do you guys think I got so much Bitcoin and Ethereum? How do you think I got so much? It's by using altcoins. You use them as tools to accumulate. Livid Music says, use your altcoins for higher gains, but rotate them back into Bitcoin and ETH. That's exactly what we even did with our Polygon profits. If you do not understand that concept, and you've been in this game since, I would say, before the beginning of this year, then you're not doing your job to get educated on how this market works and how to make money in this market. That's the point blank period of it. If you are still taking all of your money and putting it into a number 748 ranked yield farming coin, and you've been in crypto for more than a few months, then you're not educated on what you should be doing. So you guys should be making smart moves, accumulate, position yourself to get more Bitcoin, Ethereum. Those are the only two coins right now that really, really, really matter. Why? You got plenty of time to accumulate all these other altcoins. Even Cardano. You have plenty of time to accumulate it, I promise you. When we do go into a bear market and those things get pressed down, you're going to have the opportunity to change your life forever, okay? Because these are coins that are long-term holds, but they're going to get crushed. Why? Institutions aren't holding those. Institutions are holding Bitcoin. They're holding Ethereum, okay? This means you're going to have less chances to get into those in the bull market or in the bear market. You're going to have plenty of opportunities to get into altcoins.
Well, that's exactly why we're saying make sure you swim with the whales, too.
Swim with the whales, guys.
Because they're accumulating right now.
Like, guys, do we want to stand on, like, do you want to be a conscientious objector to things in crypto and you just say, like, listen, even though I see what the whales are doing and it's swimming a certain direction, then I'm just going to do this for idealistic purposes? Less than 5 of you in this chat are probably like that. Let's be honest. If you guys are bitter about certain moves that people have made, it's probably because you weren't smart enough to make them yourself. And then you learn from that. Because, I made that decision to do that, which actually turned out to be a monetarily favorable decision, was because I watched all the times that I had the opportunity to do that I didn't. And I said, you know what, this time I'm going to. Now, we still have it sitting in stable coins at this point. We're actually going to put that probably in Celsius and earn interest on it. That's what we're going to do with it. So once again, an interest-bearing account to make money on profits. It's win-win-win. So you got to be smart with your money. Don't buy into these. I'm telling you guys, the people that are the dumbest rock people in this entire crypto space are the people that say diamond hands. Diamond hands are a meme that was created to make you lose money. That's what you think all these people that got in early on Shiba and AMC and GameStop and they're saying diamond hands. You guys know we never talked about diamond hands in crypto. That wasn't even a real thing. We said hands of steel, maybe iron hands, hands of iron. Diamond hands is a new thing that came from the Wall Street bets people. Who do you think is making all the money in that? People that got in early that started these pushes. Who do you think they make all their money off of? The people they trick to come in too late that they sell their bags to, okay? So diamond hands, that's a meme. You got to get rid of that. You got to get rid of that, okay? When it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's not about having diamond hands. It's about just making a commitment that you believe that Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be around for so long and have such a long-lasting impact that the price fluctuation does not matter. Over the long term, you are going to crush it if you hold it. Do you think if you hold AMC or GameStop for the next 7 years that you're going to be profitable? Do you think AMC is going to be a company in 7 years? You think GameStop is going to be crushing it? No, it's all a game. Bitcoin and Ethereum are above a game. So I want to point that out to you guys. Are you clicking on? Are you trying to show me to go to that? Mm-hmm. Oh, you are? Okay. Well, I thought that was a great rant.
It was.
Really enjoyed it.
It was great.
Thanks. Last thing I want to show you guys about this Pi Cycle talk before we get into the bank conspiracy here, which is along all the same things that I'm talking about here, okay, is that, look, in 2013, we did have this cross, and it still, by the end of that cycle, went back up. This is one Bitcoin cycle. So just because this crossed, and even though it does seem like it was a great indicator for when to get out, That does not mean that we are in a full bear market. We still are tracking along with the 4-year cycles for Bitcoin. So somebody said dollar cost average in. That's always a great strategy. So, all right, let's look at this, guys. Goldman Sachs ramps up Bitcoin trading in a new partnership with Mike Novogratz, Galaxy Digital. And whew, God, I got some tea I could spill on this one.
Yeah, and I don't know how much detail this article goes into, but it's a futures trading platform as well.
A futures trading platform.
We all know gives them a lot more ability to manipulate price.
Absolutely. And you guys know Galaxy Digital, what are they big on? What two coins is Galaxy Digital big on?
Which ones?
Galaxy Digital, Bitcoin, Ethereum.
There you go.
That's what their funds are. Bitcoin, Ethereum. And I'll tell you, I guarantee you, in a hypothetical situation, if you knew the words of Mike Novogratz, he would tell you, buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, and you will get rich. That's all you got to do. Just buy them. If you want to trade, you can trade them, but you don't have to. If you got a longer term perspective, just buy them, and you will make money on these coins. It's hard to say guaranteed or for sure, but I think it's probably for sure. I mean, I've liked to fall short of saying guaranteed, because that's a word that, can get you in trouble. I mean, not for Bitcoin, Ethereum. I don't sell those, but the point is, to me, it's as close to that as you can get. Bitcoin, Ethereum.
It worked out well for us. Put it that way.
Absolutely. By the way, how many people watch him?
11,400.
11,400. How many likes?
3,450.
What do we say? 6,000 again? Let's get 6,500 today, guys.
Yeah.
Try to get 6,500 now. If you're watching on mobile, make sure to X out of the live chat on the corner, hit like, and then hit the live chat icon and come back. And then if you're watching on the TV, on smart TV, go down to the bottom left-hand corner, hit more options, and then hit react, like the video. We appreciate that. So here's the point, though, guys. Look, is this important for them to, yeah, sure. This is a fact news story. Goldman Sachs ramps up Bitcoin trading in new partnership. That's factual, okay? Then we have this story. Goldman Sachs starts coverage of Silvergate Capital with neutral rating. Okay, here's another factual story now. Silvergate, a bank, crypto-friendly bank. So here we go. They're starting coverage with Silvergate Capital. Okay. Now, these are factual news stories going on today. Factional. Okay. Now, wait, where's the other one? Is it not in here?
Should be.
It is not in here. Was that it? No? No? Okay, hold on. I can pull it up real quick. Let me show you guys what I really want to show you guys here. Goldman Sachs, crypto. All right, so we got two factual stories, okay? This is showing you guys the narrative that's coming here, okay? Factual news stories. Now, look who it is. Cointelegraph. Let me tell you a little bit about Cointelegraph. Cointelegraph was started by some guys in Russia. Now, look, try to Google this stuff. Try to Google the beginning of Cointelegraph. Google it. You won't find it, okay? The CEO of Cointelegraph is a 1099 employee. Think about that, 1099 employee. This was started by some early Bitcoin miners in Russia, specifically to manipulate the price of Bitcoin and crypto. That was what Cointelegraph was founded on. Bitcoin manipulation. Look, do some research. You won't find it. You won't find this information. You only get this from inside people that were there. And I've talked to some of them. And multiple sources on this one, okay? I don't trust anything that comes out of Cointelegraph. They are as woven into the crypto mainstream manipulation, working with the banks, working with the hedge funds, working with the big names in order to manipulate the price. So listen to this. On the same day, we have a Goldman Sachs partnership with Galaxy Digital. On the same day, we have them working with Silvergate, here's the story that Martin Young, which by the way, these names, these are fake names. These are not real people for the most part. Some of these are real. These are fake avatars and fake names and fictional people that have been created by Cointelegraph. That is what most of their writers are, by the way. Why? Because it's mostly a few people that are running this whole thing, okay? The same day we get those stories on Goldman Sachs analysts divided over whether Bitcoin is an investable asset class. We don't even think you should invest in Bitcoin. We haven't even made up our mind on it. Okay, let's go back. June 1st. What's today, the 19th?
Yep, 16th.
Today's the 16th.
18th.
18th. Today's the 18th.
We clearly don't know what day it is.
I have no idea what day it is. On June 1st, 18 days ago, Goldman Sachs now considers Bitcoin as an asset class. This was a big story. We covered it. I made a TikTok about it. And actually, that is not even what I wanted to show you guys. I wanted to show you guys that on that date, June 1st, they actually put out an entire report on this. An entire report. It was actually May 24th that they put this out. GoldmanSachs.com. Crypto, a new asset class. And look, here they are talking about Mike Novogratz right here, preempting their partnership. Look.
Sun and shine.
I'm telling you, these people are just as involved in all this as everybody else. Mike Novogratz, Grayscale, they are all involved in this. I'm beginning to believe that Grayscale is nothing more than a funnel at this point.
Yeah.
It's a tool.
It's an on-ramp.
Well, it's an on-ramp for a lot of manipulation is what it is. Grayscale is not a great company. I'll tell you this. These people are nothing but puppets. You start to see, there's a reason these people all get mentioned in this stuff with Goldman Sachs. They are all working hand in hand with the banks, with the hedge funds, to make you sell your Bitcoin and make you sell your Ethereum. And guess who else is involved in it? Cointelegraph. They're right there with all of this. This is nothing more than a mouthpiece for, number one, Russian Bitcoin whales, and number two, the mouthpiece of the hedge funds and these banks. They all work together hand in hand. And it's sad. It really is frustrating to me. And once again, kind of like I said yesterday, the question is, why would you want to invest in a market where even your news sources are coming from a place of manipulation, just like the regular markets? The question is, how can you afford not to? If you don't see where this is going with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and you don't have your piece of the pie, you are going to be in big trouble. You want this say-so. You want this voice. You want this property. Do not sell your Bitcoin. Do not sell your Ethereum. This is the resounding cry of this channel going forward. Great vet video. Thank you. I appreciate. What do you guys think about Doc? Do you guys like Doc? I've talked about it a couple times. Did a sponsored video on them a while back, maybe 2 weeks ago, and then we touched on it briefly in the VeChain video. I think it's good for VeChain to get a competitor somewhere. I mean, what Doc is doing is not to the scale of VeChain at this point, but I think it's good to have, it's great to have competition, in my opinion. So, all right, so moving on here, there you go. I mean, that is the whole thing. Speaking of Grayscale, Grayscale looks to add Solana, Polygon, ICP, and 10 more. And I will tell you this, if they're looking to add ICP, then you know something's wrong.
Exactly. Well, and then it comes back to the swimming with the whale stuff. You got to look at this stuff. Like if Grayscale is an on-ramp and an on-board for
Move with them.
Yeah, you got to start here. Here's the information right here.
Adding Solana, Polygon, ICP, and 10 more crypto assets. 13 new ones. Let's see what else is. Oh, we'll look at the list here in just a second. Leading crypto asset manager, Grayscale Investments. They've got $34.4 billion in assets under management. Let's see. They've got, this has over 33. Let's see. Let's check out the list here. Let's see what you guys think about this list. assets under consideration. All of these are the new ones, all the darker ones.
The bolded ones are the ones that just
1 inch, Bancor, Curve, Internet Computer, Kava, Kyber, Loopring, Near, Polygon, Ren, Solana, UMA, and ZRX. Now it says, as a reminder, not every asset under consideration will be turned into one of our investment products. The process of creating an investment product similar to the ones we already have is a very complex, multifaceted process. It requires significant review and consideration and is subject to substantial internal controls. Suffolk. So listen, guys. You like that?
Yeah.
I wanted to just move on to the next thing, but I couldn't. Like, I wanted to make sure. Were you proud of me?
I was.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Good job.
So we'll see what happens with this. I mean, guys, Grayscale is. Let me separate my personal feelings of the people that are running this. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be really honest with you. I'm having a hard time trusting anyone in the space right now. Any of these bigger people, any big name in the space, any person who has become a billionaire through crypto, any person that is giving you narratives left and right on Twitter that are not cartoon avatars. I already don't trust them, obviously, for the most part. I'm having a hard time trusting any of these people. It is very difficult to figure out where the line is. Who are the good guys? Who are the good guys anymore? Who are they? I don't know. There's even a lot of questions about, it's hard for me to say some of this stuff, but there's a lot of questions about what's going on in El Salvador right now. Let me tell you this. I talked about this yesterday. What if that is potentially a setup to show you what happens when you accept Bitcoin? We're talking more about this down the road in this video, okay? Let me tell you what a non-news story would be. A non-news story would be World Bank declares that any country that says it will potentially accept crypto may be subject to not receiving loans. That's not a news story. That's just, we kind of go over it, talk about it for a minute. What is a news story? After El Salvador declares it will accept Bitcoin, World Bank says you will no longer get loans from us. That's a more factual, real story. And I don't know. Like, look, once again, I'm having a hard time trusting anybody right now with what's going on in crypto with this manipulation. The more that I get to peek behind the curtain, the more I see what's happening with a lot of these companies, the more you see who is really directing all this. Gets to be a little scary and overwhelming, and it just makes you wonder if, like, you should just shut up and just swim with the whales, you know? But it's hard when you're a person that wants to go after truth and wants to tell what's really going on. And when we see what's going on with Grayscale adding these assets, this is a perfect example of, this is bullish news for these coins. This is bullish news for all these coins. You want to swim with the whales? You see the coins that Grayscale wants to pump up. You see, swim with them. But on the other hand, it's like, okay, what deals are being done behind closed doors that are doing this? What coins are being left out? How are they using this money and this as manipulation? I don't know. But I'm just having like I said, I'm having a, Dave Ramsey says Cointelegraph is reliable. He loves Cointelegraph. Dave Ramsey does. Okay, so next story. Miami's mayor looks to woo Chinese Bitcoin miners. I feel like I trust the Miami mayor. I do like him.
I do too.
I think I do. I think he's on my trust list.
Right.
I like him. Miami's mayor looks to woo Chinese Bitcoin miners with low energy prices and clean nuclear power. And I would just kind of like, I doubt this story gets into this, but I'm just sitting here thinking like, I mean, I don't think in China they can just up and move. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's not like you're over there in like, you know, Mongolian province or I think there's like Inner Mongolia, whatever it is, and you're like, yeah, I had this hydro plant. You know what, family? Let's move to America. Like, I don't think that's how it works.
It's not.
And plus, like, they would be losing all of their infrastructure. So, go ahead. You're gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say just kind of like here, it's not as easy to leave the U.S. as people think it is. I mean, you can leave, but you're paying taxes here pretty much your whole life, no matter what.
If you're a resident of another country?
Yeah, it's very hard to get rid of tax liability in the United States.
Well, yeah, but if you're not living here, they can't really go after you.
And
They can't go after you if you're in another country for taxes, I don't think.
You'd be surprised.
Once again, tax evasion. I guess maybe they give you an actual crime, but I don't know. I don't know how all that works with that. I would say I would not really, if I'm living in a beach in the Maldives or something, I probably wouldn't be that worried.
Point is, it's not as easy to just up and leave a country. The bigger it is, the harder it is to leave.
Yeah. Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess all of our corporations did it, right?
Yeah.
Old Muskrat got a bunch of child labor farms out there in China, I think, doing work for him on stuff he does.
By the way, we're up to 5,000 likes.
5,000 likes? How many is it we're going to go for 65?
Yeah, we're going to 6,500.
Said they went after McAfee. Well, number one, McAfee is he's still an American citizen, isn't he?
I have no idea. No, I don't think so. He's tried to renounce his American citizenship, living on sovereign waters or whatever.
Well, look, here's the thing about McAfee is that they're going after, once again,
they're trying to make
going after him for tax evasion is actually about a much bigger thing they want him for that they can't pin him down for. That's what it's about. So, yeah, of course, I understand they can go after you internationally if it's a crime. It's probably why they shaped that, why they did. Like, that's why he's facing federal. What I'm saying is, if you're an American citizen, like, let's say me, let's say I did this. Let's say I moved over to, I don't know, I'm just going to pick a place, New Zealand. Let's say I moved to New Zealand and I left everything here. I just leave my whole, and I just went over there and I just kept my channel going. But everything I did was there. I'm there 365 days a year. And my money starts coming in New Zealand dollars to me. U.S. government's going to have a hard time taxing that, I believe. And they're probably not going to find it worth it to pursue that, even if they did decide that they wanted to, go after it. So, and of course, if you're making, low six figures, they certainly wouldn't do all that. You got to remember how much time, energy, and resources goes into trying to collect that. It's kind of like the hackers, right? Colonial Pipeline hackers, if that story's real. And it's kind of like, the reason why this ransomware is so big is because the costs of repairing all the damage that's done is higher than the cost of paying the hacker. And so, a lot of resources go into these giant investigations. They got to make sure it's like John McAfee's, millionaire, and they want him for a lot of other stuff. Look, you can't just stick your finger at the government all the time and think they're not going to come after you. That's why, old Muskrat probably has got something coming to him at some point too, I would think, because he just keeps sticking his finger at the SEC over and over again. So anyways, back to this. Bitcoin miners are location agnostic. All they need is a rig and a good internet connection. What varies place to place, however, is the cost of energy and ultimately what miners care about most, finding the cheapest source of power out there to drive up their profit margins. That's why Mayor Suarez, one of the most crypto-friendly politicians in the United States, is making big promises on the cost of doing business in Miami. Suarez has been a big crypto believer for years, but he took the plunge in investing in Bitcoin and Ethereum once he saw the Fed pass a $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan, because he realized that what was inevitable and already happening is inflation. Well, all economists apparently disagree with him, apparently. So he emphasized the city's reliance on nuclear power as a source of clean and expensive energy. The fact we have nuclear power means it's very inexpensive. Less than an hour from City Hall is a Turkey Point nuclear plant.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize they use nuclear power plant down there.
I didn't know that was there. I lived there before. I didn't know that was there.
Yeah.
I'm learning about it right now at this very moment. Low cost of 10.7 cents. We know also, Texas is looking at doing some of this with some of their oil refineries. I think Gary Leland tried to explain it to us. Like, basically what they do is they take the leftover energy from oil rigs and turn that into Bitcoin mining energy. It's interesting. Across the state, nuclear energy is the second biggest power generator after natural gas. Suarez is already in talks with Florida Power and Light Company to figure out how to further drive down the price of energy. There's demand. We're the first city. It doesn't seem like he actually lays out a plan for China to come to America. Let's see if it fits in here.
Sounds like they're just saying he's just trying to basically make the conditions as inviting as possible.
He says he hasn't. I love this line. While Suarez told CNBC he hasn't personally received any calls from Chinese miners. Wait, they're going to call you? Francis? Come on, Frank. Mayor's looking to patriate this mining diaspora by promoting the city's essential unlimited supply. I mean, I think maybe, I don't know, like maybe they can get a mining pool together down there. I don't know exactly how all that works. You guys know I'm not a miner. TJ is. Somewhat, even though I've never seen you actually mine.
Yeah. What do you expect to see when you see somebody actually mine?
Like tape in the middle of your glasses.
I guess I got
pocket protector, pronunciation guide to graphic cards.
Well, I've got one of those.
Hey, I said Ubisoft right on a video today.
Good job.
Hey, if you guys like B Pro, I finally non-sponsored. We'll be mentioning B Pro coming up soon on a video. So even though we could kind of got our partnership with them delayed, we're still going to do it. We're going to talk about it a little bit on a video coming out here pretty soon. So I know a lot of you B Pro people will finally be happy about that. Okay, so speaking of cheap gas, Paraguay unveils. I will never not make that joke. I mean, this is a new evolving dad joke. Like this dad joke didn't exist 10 years ago. Paraguay.
That's true.
To unveil Bitcoin legislations next month. This South American country joins a growing faction of Bitcoin believers in the region. The South American country reels from a declining economy and ill-fated effects of dollar printing in the U.S. Carlitos Antonio Rejala Hillman, pretty good, Hillman. He makes mayonnaise, I think. You love mayonnaise.
Oh, I hate
A deputy of the nation and member of Congress in Paraguay wrote on Twitter last night, "This is Paraguay. In July, we legislate. Hashtag Bitcoin." And I want to be clear about this, guys. I love these stories. And that's why, like, I've had a very conflict of interest when I've been getting some kind of, like, possibly negative perspectives on what's happening in El Salvador. Like, maybe it's all a big setup. Maybe there's, I don't know. I don't want that. Like, I want it to be what it is. This story as well. Like, I want these stories to be absolutely, they said I'm as white as mayonnaise. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to be getting plastic surgery. I'm going to be actually getting new skin.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to look like a snack. A whole snack. Okay. So I want these stories to be what they are. And so I read them, I give them to you like they are, but just know we should all kind of be, somebody in the chat, Daniel Suarez, actually worked for that nuclear plant in Miami. Cool. I guess at some point we got to take stuff at face value, and then, if it turns out not to be what it is, you just got to question. Don't trust, verify. So that's the phase I'm in with a lot of these stories. I'm not trusting, I'm verifying.
But this is important, kind of to what you were speaking to about El Salvador not being out there on an island as the only country that's accepting Bitcoin as legal tender. If the floodgates open and in July we see a bunch of other countries come out and do this, that bodes very well for the future.
It does. And what that also means is that me versus Kyrie Irving, I believe the world is round, I think. I don't know. I'm questioning that too now. Actually, Kyrie Irving, like he had to walk that back and say he actually does believe that the Earth is round now. So he was a flat earther at one time. That's a bold statement to withdraw that. We talked about that before. Like once you say you're a flat earther, like you kind of got to sit in that. Like that's a bold move to go backwards. I mean, you just got to be on that island. But yeah, it is important that these other countries come behind it, and it kind of says like, even if that was a setup or something, like Paraguay saying, hey, we ain't scared. Hopefully they're not involved in it. We'll see. I mean, look, if every country in the world accepts Bitcoin and that's a conspiracy, then I guess I'm here for it. So the comment came in response to a tweet by the Paraguay Entertainment Group, the country's largest entertainment company, which said it would accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba Inu, and Chili's starting next month.
What in the world?
Okay. Hellman did not make any comment or provide additional information in this regard. However, he hinted in June that officials were possibly working with PayPal on a Bitcoin-related project for the country. As I was saying a long time ago, our country needs to advance hand in hand with the new generation. The moment has come, our moment. This week, we start with an important project to innovate Paraguay in front of the world, he said at the time, adding the words Bitcoin and PayPal to the end of his tweet. Oh, it's this guy.
Yep.
I know this guy. I remember seeing that picture. With the development, Paraguay joined several other countries in Latin America turning to Bitcoin or considering a bigger role for the asset in their financial system. Let's see. Mexican senators, Panamanian officials. I would have just said Panama officials. And other high-ranking officers from Brazil, Colombia, and Argentina are making moves for the quick adoption and inclusion of cryptos. The all-at-once meme seems like it's working out. And I'm just sitting here thinking, right? We've been telling you guys, right? We've been telling you that who are the people that are behind all this? I mean, we touched on it earlier today. You know the banks are behind all this. The banks are the people that are manipulating everything right now, okay? If today's story about Goldman Sachs wasn't enough to show you that, then, you know, you're not really paying attention to what's happening, okay? The banks are behind all this. Here's what I find very interesting. Africa, the number one unbanked region in the world, okay? Region, continent, however you want to say. I say region because we're going to look at two regions together that are actually maybe different continents. I don't know. What is Central America? What is Central America?
What do you mean?
You got North America, you got South America. They're continents.
Central America's
It's the connector.
Yeah.
But it's not a continent.
Like, is it part of North America?
Right.
Is that what you're, yes.
North America?
Central America. I think it's its own thing, but.
Well, right. The Middle East is the same way. Middle East is not a continent, but it also just kind of. Central America and the Middle East, I think, are the only two places I can think of that kind of float around. They're not their own continent, but you don't know which continent they're on, right? So, anyways, the point here being is that number two is Central and South America for unbanked people. So many people in those countries are unbanked. So it would be interesting to see the places where the banks have actually, I guess, the least amount of control, because there's the most unbanked people, would be the places where the adoption would really push. And we've known this for a long time. They said it's part of North America. Interesting.
It is. It
depends according to a tweet I saw recently, North America is just Canada, USA, Mexico.
Well, it's where the equator is. So if it's in the northern hemisphere, it's North America. If it's in the southern hemisphere, it's South America.
Where did you see that?
Google. That makes sense.
I don't know who made that up. Like, who is the official continent naming police? I don't know. A lot of people are saying it is North America, but yeah. I don't know. Middle East is Asia? I mean, look, when you think Asia, you don't think Middle East, right, TJ? You don't think that, right?
Not naturally, but I did know that.
A lot of it's more Africa, I think, right? I mean, I think like Libya over there next to that.
I just know Asia's huge, so.
All I know is Central America and the Middle East are the only two places I can think of that are like, you got to question it. Like, where is that?
I guess that's why they have their own little names.
I guess it is. That's a great point. Somebody said Eurasia. Yeah, it's definitely part of Eurasia. Okay. So, yeah, where was I going with all that? Oh, so anyways, maybe that's it. Maybe that these are the actual places that are, unbanked. Maybe they can get a good foothold in Bitcoin before the banks come in and try to crush them and manipulate them. And I don't know how the flow of information works as well in those countries, but I would assume probably the news narratives in a lot of those places where the unbanked people are is much harder to, manipulate information, right? Because a lot of them don't even have phones. The world map is very skewed as well. It's not scaled at all, of course. Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, 100% on that. Okay.
It's actually fascinating to look at that. If you look at a 2-scale world map, it blows your mind.
A 2-scale world map?
Well, like if you look at the size of Australia on the globes and all the maps we've ever seen in our whole life, it looks like it's a certain size. But you you go to the ones where you can actually interact with them and drag them around, and you can tell it's way bigger than,
Oh my gosh, look how big India is. I had no idea.
See what I mean?
Yeah, look. Oh my gosh, India's bigger than North America and South America.
Right.
Look at that.
It'll blow your mind.
Wow, that's really crazy. That's obviously a population map, guys. Am I frozen?
Just keep going. No, you're fine.
Okay. All right, so let's go to this story here. NASCAR driver Landon Castle to receive his salary in Litecoin. I'm going to a NASCAR race here in Atlanta here pretty soon. I think July 11th, I think. NASCAR driver Landon Castle will receive his entire payment in Litecoin. Mr. Castle will be the first NASCAR driver to be paid entirely in crypto. Payment is in Litecoin as part of a 19-race sponsorship deal with Voyager, of all companies. At one point, Charlie Lee helped Landon Castle understand Litecoin when he was mining Litecoin in his basement. You don't really think the NASCAR driving crowd would be? Somebody says I think Maine is in Europe. I will have you know, I was actually in my middle school geography bee. So there you go. But yeah, the NASCAR driver, you don't really seem to think. Oh, I'm on the wrong story. I just realized. Well, we can go back. You can't even move that, can you?
The timer?
Yeah.
I can reset it.
Yeah, let me just finish this one, and then we'll go back to the angry Russian story.
Okay.
And then we'll skip this one. But you don't think of the NASCAR driver and also the miner as the same type of person in general. Can we put like something else up there while I'm doing this so that I'm not frozen?
No. You can control your desktop.
Okay. Oh yeah, but I was talking about like an ad over there over my head. Landon Castle's focus and determination on the racetrack translates across everything he does. Landon also shares our vision of widespread crypto adoption, and we're proud to be the first company to secure a primary NASCAR sponsorship completely with crypto. Charlie Lee is a good friend of his. He's got the laser eyes, as you guys can see. Now, is this guy a good driver? Top NASCAR drivers. I haven't heard of him, but I'm also like really out of the loop. He's probably near the bottom, maybe. Let me see if he's even on this list. Yeah, he's not even on the list for the top, this top standings, like the top 41 in the 2021 Cup Series. So kind of what I understood is that it was very interesting that, there's really only a handful of drivers that can pretty much win.